Hello!
Hello!
Cool. Welcome to the third class. It's the third class. Oh wait. Let me set this a little bit better. Okay. That's good enough. Alright. You're keeping your mask? You can if you want. It's not so comfortable. Alright. So let's just recap a little bit. Yeah. Recap our journey here with around our nervous system, basically, and in particular a nerve that is called the vagus nerve, right? 是迷走，神经，对对。Very interesting. All right. So the first class we had was to open ourselves to a sensation, right? To realize how are we affected by what's surrounding us. We have colors surrounding us, we have structures, we have architecture, we have people, we have texture. There's so many things, and our nervous system is really reactive to what is around us, right? Everything affects us because nervous system means communication of information, and information can only come from outside and inside. So we are always impacted by what's around. So it's very important to bring consciousness, awareness, to know, oh, okay, this is how this is making me feel. Like this is very important when we do that kind of work, going inside into our nervous system and see what's happening. The second class, so last week class, was about, what was it about? Oh yeah. It was about making space, finding space within ourselves to kind of feel the container of the body. Like the body is a piece of land. Let's put it like that, it's a piece of land. And the more we feel, the bigger the land, right? Maybe the body is like the size of Taiwan. But it could be the size of, I don't know, Russia. It depends how much we allow ourselves to feel it. And what's interesting is that the more we can feel, and the more we can contain, so be present to what we are feeling without getting overwhelmed, then the more contrast we can allow also. If we are just focused on, let's say the body is like a glass of water, the glass of water will fill very much quicker than a bathtub, right? So the more you can feel and allow, you'll notice different sensation in your body. And that will be very helpful to regulate your nervous system, which means to bring to balance, right? Inhale. And we will keep exploring that idea today, actually, that the body is a place to feel, that gives a lot of information, and it's also a place that is safe to feel. It's very important, the safety. If we don't feel safe, nothing comes out of this moment. There's only trying to defend ourselves because we don't feel safe. If we feel safe to feel, then there's curiosity that happens. There is learning that happens. We can learn new things. If we are feeling unsafe, we don't learn new things because we want to protect ourselves. So nothing new can come. And from this idea of trying to feel our body safely, so we continue to explore that, to explore how big is our body, to notice all the nuances in our bodies. Then we will explore today a little bit more, exploring the opposite, feeling opposite things in our body. 相反的，对。Opposite. For example, we will focus, for example, there will be something at some point about feeling the right side, feeling the left side. These are opposite. And then we'll contract feeling something getting smaller and feeling something getting bigger, right? And noticing both. Why is this important in terms of nervous system? Because even if we focus on the vagus nerve, what's important with the vagus nerve is that it gives us access to the regulation, to the balance. And there is balance when we are imbalanced, right? If we look for regulation, is that something is out of balance, is something is not regulated. So we're looking for regulation. How do we know when something is out of balance? Is that there is an experience that is uncomfortable, that is maybe making us feel so small, making us feel so disconnected, anxious. All of that has sensation in the body. If we train ourselves to feel the opposite, to be big enough in our experience that we can feel the opposite, then in daily life, it's a practice that can help you. If you feel at some point something so, a knot in your belly, something so uncomfortable, and that you have practiced this kind of yoga where you learn to be big enough, to be bigger than what you feel right now, to have the curiosity, to remember yourself. My body is a safe place to feel. I can safely feel that tension, and I trust that in my body there is more. Maybe there is expansion somewhere. And so slowly you will open yourself to feel more, and to feel, okay, maybe in my shoulders I feel so tight, in my throat I feel so tight, but maybe like in my legs I feel quite fine. I feel the floor, and then I start to notice colors. Oh, okay, this is okay, I'm in the present moment. I feel okay with that. And then you will still feel tension, but you will have a support to feel something else. And that connection to a resource, something good, is actually a stimulation of the vagus nerve in the belly. Because we learned that there are two branches, you'll see in the recording. There is a vagus nerve that is in the front of the body and goes to the face. We'll explore that a little bit today. And there's another one that goes and most of it is touching the organs below the diaphragm. It goes from the back. And you can imagine that one in the back is the one stimulated when you want to cover yourself and disappear from the world. It's the dorsal vagus nerve. It's the one that immobilizes you. It's like you're feeling unsafe. It's a trauma reflex. You're feeling unsafe, disconnected, nothing is safe. You are so afraid, it immobilizes you. Nothing, like everything stops. Your digestion stops. Everything around the organ stops. Yeah, it's from that nerve. That is like the dysregulation reflex, let's call it like that. Unbalanced reflex or defense reflex, trauma reflex. And the one from the front is like connection reflex, regulation reflex. It's the one that will bring you back to balance, bring you back to safety, curiosity, learning. So we learn to explore those two, right? We have trauma reflex, it's like contraction, defensive, feeling disconnected, and then we will try to also look for what is expansive, what is bringing me joy, what is bringing me connection, right? That's the idea. With today's practice and next week practice for sure, I mean the rest of the practices will be like that, because this is what the vagus nerve is teaching us, is that there are two, they have different function, and what we want to cultivate for a healthy system is the ability to be with both. Because our defense reflex is a good one. We want to be able to defend ourselves and to not move. Sometimes it's very helpful when it's too much to feel. We stop feeling numbness, right? So we want to be able to do that, but we want to be also able to walk our way back to connection, to find a way back to connection. Hama, okay? Okay, ma. Love that in Chinese. Okay, ma. Hi. It's so cute, yeah. Do you have a question? Is it okay? Is it clear? In Chinese, I would not really be able to explain that.
Yeah, I know.
好，很棒。 你很棒，你很厉害，真的。Okay, okay, so we can start. 真的。So I think my landlord, I was using her little music box 音箱 but she gave it to her son, so we don't have anymore, and I don't have one on my own. I have one at home in Belgium, and I will ask my mom to bring it when she comes visit me at the end of December, but so at the moment we have to do without. So, oh, wait a moment. Sometimes it works without connection, sometimes it doesn't work without connection, so I just use the connection of this phone. It's so complicated, isn't it?
Yay, technology. Never
Right.
easy.
Yeah, so just bear with me a little bit. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, as Alex taught me last time, just put it in the vase. It's gonna be good. Okay. Alright. Cool. Let's start. I would invite you to maybe let's do a few breaths of settling, just allowing each other to take a moment just for ourselves to feel how we feel and to arrive where we are on our mat. So you could sit in any comfortable posture. Take your time to either use your hands or just your attention to feel the floor. So you could use your hands to press those part of your body on the floor, right? As a way to both feel a bit more of your body and feel a bit more on the floor, which is itself regulating. We are landing in the present moment, letting your airplane landing in the present moment. Notice how it feels, which part of your body feels good to feel on the floor. By allowing the body weight to reach those spaces in contact with the floor. And maybe you notice something in the upper body that reacts also. Maybe there's something that wants to move, maybe something was holding on to tension and wants to get free or freer a little bit. As you find your space on your mat, your spot on your mat, your seat on your mat. Alright. And find a comfortable seat for the next exploration that we'll do, which is to connect with this idea of the container and start feeling opposite. We will hug ourselves and catch your arm. This is called a squeeze hug. So you know what we'll do. We're going to squeeze ourselves. So you can start, we can do that with the breath. When we inhale, we start squeezing our arms and also maybe start to include the rest of the body. Inhale, squeeze slowly, progressively, and exhale, relax. And we just repeat that a few times at your own pace of squeezing everything towards your center. Feel your arm hugging. And exhale, start to relax. Take your time to notice the shifts. Something that gets tense, something that relaxes and expands. Let the breath join that motion. Notice if that helps you to, when you contract, to feel yourself going towards your center, to have a sense of containing yourself. Yeah. And then as you relax, noticing what softens and how safe it feels to soften and let go. Right. Let's do that 3 or 4 more times. Take your time. Different thing that maybe you notice that the more you squeeze and then relax, then the more spaces in the body or parts of the body find some kind of softening on the exhale. Notice which one feels safe. Does it feel safe to contract? Does it feel safe to relax? Maybe both feel safe. Grab your shoulder also if you want to move on to the shoulder to squeeze. And one more time, squeeze on here. And exhale, relax. Alright, just a little check. How do you feel after that? Okay, good. Yeah. I find it helps me a lot actually, this one too. Really relax. Because sometimes there are things in our bodies that want to contract. And then when we do it, when we give that to part of our bodies, then they're kind of happier. And then they allow maybe more softening. I feel my neck is like, oh, much more free than when we started. Okay, cool. Let's continue with gentle squeezing of the body, and you can explore the arms. And I will invite you to, after the arm, explore the neck and the face. Alright, as I will just keep on talking a little bit. So touching your body, your face, the way you want to touch it. You can squeeze, you can tap, you can press, push. Just notice how you want to be touched on your face. And you notice you'll be guided by your curiosity and sensation. So the ventral branch of the vagus nerve from the front body, wanders. It goes in many places. That's Zoito. So he goes in many places. And one of those places is the face. Because the face is a place for connection, right? It's where we can smell, see, taste, hear. So many information from the outside come from the face, actually. And when we look at people, the way their face look also gives us a lot of information. So the vagus nerve will go in many places around the organ of sensation. So I will invite you to go around your eyes. It's quite funny that the 3 of us are exploring the eyes already. You could take your knuckle, the sides of your fingers, and just trace around the mouth, the eyebrows, right? And under the eye. Okay. And it's interesting that when you see kids, when they rub their eyes, actually, it could be just the wisdom of the body, because rubbing your eyes stimulates the vagus nerve, that organ, that nerve for connection, self-soothing, safety. So when we are kids and we rub our eyes when we are sad, maybe that's just that reflex of self-soothing. Slowly you can go toward the upper lip and around the mouth. There's another ramification of the vagus nerve there. So that's why sometimes, I'm not sure I've said this in Discord, maybe the previous one, but we had the, right, that out breath. Yeah, that actually helps you stimulate when you do that. So it's a good one too. Yeah, you can touch it, you can just do that. And we continue exploring the muscles of the face just a little bit, just because the muscles of the face don't have nerve coming to them from, they're actually, the nerve come from the skin of the face. Skin of the face toward the muscle. So if you touch your skin, it gives a lot of feedback to the muscles in your face. Yeah. And you can start going toward the jaw. There's also a ramification there. From the center, maybe from the chin, and then toward the ear. And slowly from there, take your peace finger and you can start going, one finger will go in front of the ear and another one behind the ear, and massaging there. Just noticing what it's like. Some massage there. When you're at home or next time, you can try to just do one. Notice how you feel there. After that, go on to the other. Just notice the difference between both ears. But here we can do both at the same time. Just notice how it affects our state. How do you receive your own touch? Okay, and when you feel ready, you can go down along the neck. Just outside the throat, on the sides of the throat. There's also a pathway of the nerve here, the vagus nerve. So we can stimulate it by touch, and because there's pathway along the throat, it can be stimulated also by the voice. So if you want just a few times here, inhale, and on the exhale have a little bit of humming. A bit of you can keep your hands and send the vibration consciously to your hands. And send the vibration everywhere in your face where we touched. One or two more times. Your hands to your knees and take a few moments of just open awareness, just noticing what's happening in the body. If there's any kind of movement that wants to come, you can let it come. Readjust yourself. Notice your breath. Maybe there's something in you that wants to yawn or stretch. Just slow yourself. It's a reflex. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yawning is a good reflex. It indicates that it's been stimulated. It's a good job. Alright. Gently from here, I will invite you to start drawing circles with your shoulders. One way and then the other way. But let's do it very consciously, like you're exploring the circle in your shoulder, the range of motion in your shoulder. We're moving from the inside with the body, not separate from the body, commanding the body. Like people at the gym. Rolling the circles like the other way around. Going to the gym is fine, but it's just a bit of mechanical movement, well, embodied movement. maybe you feel like me that the spine wants to start moving, and we'll move it, but I would invite you to explore a little bit actually of the idea of opposite now, by taking one hand to your forehead, one hand to the low belly, just under the belly button. And those two places of the body, we're going to explore their relationship through the movement of exhale, rounding the back. And so the two hands are like, want to come closer to each other. And when you inhale, you push the hands away from each other. So you can focus on your tailbone, you could even touch your tailbone or touch the low belly to have the pubic bone as a reference, the pelvis as a reference, and the forehead, the top of the spine. And so this action of exhale rounding, they come together, they come closer to each other. And on the inhale, they move away from each other, those two places of the body, arching the back. And again, exhale, moving at your own pace, rounding. Inhale, expanding. And continue the wave-like motion between rounding and arching at your own pace. Sensing the opposite ends of your spine. If it helps, just touch the sacrum, the lower back. One more time. Rounding. Inhale, opening. And then come back to a neutral spine, relaxing the hands. Just notice now, by bringing that attention to the low belly, to the lower end of the spine, if you can have a better sense of rooting yourself down. And with the forehead and the head, if you can get a better sense of elevating yourself. These are opposite action, rooting and elevating. So we start to create more length in the body. And now we're going to take one hand to the right hip, or left, whatever, and the other one to the right side or left side of the head. And we're going to side bend, bringing the hands closer to each other. You can exhale, feel the contraction here. And inhale, push away from each other. And now there's the expansion. And keep moving at your own pace. Exhaling, shortening, contracting, condensing. Inhale, expanding. Length, space, reducing the space, exhale, expanding. And you can feel your mouth actually. Feel your mouth to help yourself extend even to the side of the face, right? Not just through the armpit, not just through the neck, but all the way along the face. Two more times, exhale. Inhale. Breathing into the right or left side of the body. Exhale, last time. For you, it's the left side. Inhale into the left. And stay there a moment. You can relax the hand. Open the arm. And just keep breathing into the left side of your body, the side that is expanded. And now start to feel the right side, the other side contracted, right? We take now the arm the other way around and feel that contraction. So one hand on the right hip, one hand on the right side of the head. And then breathe into that side to open it and expand. And now feel the contrast. And keep moving. Exhale. Inhale. And let the breath create the space in your body. Also, it's not just a movement. Take the breath in. To elongate all the way to the ear, to the mouth, the roof of the mouth. Away from the hands on the hip, So the hip roots down, the hand on the forehead, expand and then comes toward the floor as we keep breathing and moving. One more time. When you expand again, stay there. Root through the hip. Relax your hands. Open the arm. Alright. Let's keep breathing. Find the connection from the hip all the way up to the ear, to the eye, to the head. Notice how you feel. And then come back to center. You can drop your hands on your knees again. And feel your spine. You can start to move in any way, or you could start to draw a circle with the chest as a baseline for the movement. And then with playing with the top of your head, the sides of the head, the sides of the body, the hips, the center of the hips, like all those places we've been exploring. Just letting movement come intuitively. We've been exploring the spine, the sides of the spine. Now, how do those parts want to move us? What movement is available? What movement feels good? And you see your body transition from contraction to expansion, so move as slow as you want to. Notice those changes. It moves from going down with the floor to elevating from the floor. Getting to know the body, the sensation of our body, and getting to trust them, to feel it's safe to feel, and to let ourselves be moved by them. Alright. And let that movement take you towards four-legged, so on your hands and knees, your own way again. Noticing the parts that touch the body, the floor, the parts of the body that touch the floor, and the back that is open to the sky. So it's between earth and sky here. Okay. I'm going to exhale and bring the hips toward the heels. And on the inhale, push the legs into the floor. Then lift the pelvis, round your back, and come to kind of plank on the knees, so you can reach your hands a little bit more forward. And this just a few times, and then we'll add to the movement. Exhale back, sensing the floor, the stretch. Inhale, pushing down with the floor to go up and forward. And as you continue, can you guide the movement from the base of the spine and the top of the spine? So, or you could just think of the hips, the pelvis, and the head. And back and forward. Not pushing the body, but feeling the body moving. Safe place to feel. Noticing the changes. Something stretches, something contracts. The next time you inhale, go forward. Stay there just for a moment, just a time for you to step your toes on the floor, touch your toes on the floor. And as you exhale, lift the hips up, lift the belly up, and push back into downward facing dog, if that's okay. Otherwise, continue where we were. Next, exhale, yeah. So inhale, come back, forward, shoulders over the wrists, and slowly bend the knees down. Take the toes out and exhale, come back. child pose. So now this is the new floor. Inhale forward, turn the toes, and exhale back into downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent in downward facing dog if you choose. Inhale forward, dropping the knees on the floor. Exhale back. Just one more time. See how much freedom the spine can find here as you move, as you use the floor, pushing down to go up. So that's an opposite. Opposite movement here. Pushing down to go up. Keeping the head and the belly up as you draw the knees towards the floor. Land softly. And then gently landing in child pose. Staying in child pose for a moment. And breathe there. Breathing in your spine. And let's take 3 conscious breaths. And you can choose to exhale through the mouth like the horse. Exhale. Or exhale a voyelle, or exhale a humming. Breathe in, notice where in your torso, in the space is observed. You can breathe, make more space. Alright. Next breath in, let's come back to a tabletop position. And notice the left knee on the floor. Let's root the body weight there. Okay. And push the right foot back. Take a moment to connect through your awareness, the right foot, the belly, the heart, the head. Okay. Push through the right hand and try to lift the left hand forward. And so here, let's feel opposite limbs. So first, let's try to push through the right hand and the left knee at the same time to feel both of their connection to the floor. When you feel that one, if you want the mat, the cushion, yeah. Would you want one, Joe?
Okay, thank you.
Good. And after pushing the ones on the floor, feeling opposite from each other, the left hand, the right foot. Breathe in a moment. Drop the left hand on the floor, exhale. Drop the right toes on the floor. And here, pushing away from the floor. Let's try to lift the hips, lift the left knee. Don't have to lift the left foot, just lift the knee. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's drop the left knee on the floor again. And notice you have to keep the head and the belly up to do that, to keep your balance. Keep opposite reaction. Left knee on the floor, right leg back. Bend it to the belly, exhale, and take a step forward. Good. From here, let's take the right hand to the heart, right? To feel the heart. And again, here we feel the front of the heart, but try also to feel the back of your heart as you breathe. Okay, to make space all around. And you can start finding movement here with your heart. You can round the back, arch the back. You could try to draw circles also. Find your movement from here to prepare for the twist that we have. So when you find enough range of motion here, you can try to exhale, open the right hand toward the sky or to the side. And take a moment to change your gaze, to look around and notice how this affects your neck. If it feels good, as you turn the face, move the neck. Don't make yourself sick, just keep gazing where it feels good. Take a breath here. And now imagine someone grab your hand, push the feet down, but let the heart goes up with your hand. Come on. Left hand forward, right hand back. Exhale into the twist. Drop the right hand on the back leg, left hand up. Breathe into the side that expands. Which one is it? Left side, right? Breathe here. And exhale, come back to the twist, left hand forward, right hand back. And relax both hands, face the front of your mat. And from both lungs, let's try to inhale and carry the arms up. Taking a breath in here. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your head, behind your back. I have to roll my mat as well, it's too hard. Let's push the hand down, but the heart up. Inhale in the chest. And exhale, let's send the hips a little bit more forward. Inhale, let's come back. And exhale, just a few times. Go slow. Notice what it does to the front of the left hip. Inhale. And exhale. Just one more time to come back as we inhale. And exhale, let's stay there as we go forward. Stay where it's comfortable. So keep the tailbone rooting down. The front of the pelvis going up, so there's a big stretch. I think that is happening left side. Right. Relax your hand, and one more time from your lungs. Inhale, hands up. And on the exhale, relax the hands toward the floor. Notice the moment your hand touch the floor. Push through your hands, round the back to take the right foot back. And you can go back to your child pose, or take a moment sitting up, just noticing how each part, right side, left side, feel. Oops. Yeah. The music stopped. 3 more regulating breath or movement if you want to move. Going to come back to our flow just 2 times. As we inhale, we move toward the plank on the knees. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. 3 times, sorry, not twice. 3 times. And continue. Inhale, plank on the knees. And exhale, child pose. And use those simple flow, the simplest flow that we are repeating as a way to find the dynamic in your movement. We're going down, we're going up, and you find opposite movement. We have to push down to go up, and to stay elevated when we go down. Just spinning your body. The opposite dynamics of your body. Something contract, something expand. One more time. Let your spine round and arch as we go. Exhale. Finishing in downward dog, and then coming back on all fours, so hands and knees. Rooting the right knee down here. Let's extend the left leg back. Send the left hand on the floor, the right knee on the floor, and push through both. And when you find your roots, extend the right hand forward. Yeah. So push through your roots and reach with your right hand and left foot. Find your opposite. Relax the right hand, exhale. Let's drop the left toes on the floor. Push through both hands and the left toes to start lifting the right knee, lifting the hips. Inhale. If you wish, extend the right leg back behind you. Keep pushing down to lift if you do lift. You don't have to. Alright. And let's exhale, drop the right knee on the floor. Gently. Shoulders over your wrists. Keep pushing the head forward to a line. Bend the left knee in and take a step forward with the left foot. Left foot next to the left hand. Alright. Let's exhale. Alright. Right hand on the floor, left foot pushing down as well. Let's take the left hand to the heart. And again, tap in to your heart center, to your chest. You have to move from the space here. Do not contract the blood flow. When you're ready, you can find a twist, left hand towards the sky. And explore the room again with your hips. So letting the neck move as you look around. You can notice your chest is moving, you can let it move, you can let your arm move also. Notice where it's going to be comfortable to let your neck rest in this posture. Take a breath there as you inhale. And push through your feet, elevate through your hands to lift up. Exhale into your twist, right hand forward. Dropping the left hand to the back leg. Inhale into the right side to lift the right hand up. And as you exhale, let go. Face the front of your mat. Drop your hands. As we inhale, hands toward the sky. Like when you wake up in the morning, stretch. Exhale, relax your hand behind your back. Keep sensing the feet on the floor. Interlace the finger. As you inhale, push down. The tailbone down, but the heart and the front of the body up. Okay. Keep breathing here. Notice how is the neck. Can you find the support of the back of the neck and the elongation into the front of the neck, the throat. Okay, so they move together. One stabilizes, support, and the other one expands. Try to keep that or keep looking for that. As we exhale, send the hips forward, bend into the front leg. And inhale, push back through the front foot to come back up. Don't go too far, just go where it's comfortable for you. Exhale forward. And inhale, come back. 3 more times. Exhale. Pushing into the floor, and we use the floor as we come back a little bit. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, come back. And exhale, bend. And stay a moment here, just pose. Notice what is uncomfortable in this posture. And notice that you can feel it. You can stay present to it. If it's a red light, uncomfortable feeling, just step back a little bit. If it's a yellow light, it's okay, maybe, right? And don't push it. But notice the discomfort or unpleasant or contraction here. Maybe in the right side of the hip, right? In the right hip. And then try to find another place that is comfortable to feel, that doesn't have that feeling. Okay, I'm becoming aware of my back, the low back, and by rooting more, the discomfort becomes safer. So just notice what can happen for you by expanding your perception, your awareness. Maybe there's less resistance. Relax the hands and inhale, hand up, sending the arms up from the inside of the body, and exhale, relax. Hands on the floor, round the back, send the left foot back to your child pose. Exhale. Let's take 2 breaths here, through what we feel, through the spine, moving or intuitively or letting the neck roll or whatever feels good. And then maybe just one more time, we're going through that sequence of inhale, plank on the knees, tucking the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. And then keep moving, inhale, plank on the knees. And exhale, child pose. Just one more time. Inhale, plank on the knees. Tucking the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Continuing with your flow. And we're going to meet back and hold forth. To go through the whole sequence one more time, but more fluidly. One breath, one movement. We're going to meet in tabletop again. Right. Feeling the two hands and the left knee on the floor. Let's breathe in, push the right leg back. Move the head forward. Alright, push through the right hand. Try to elevate the left hand. Take a breath in. And exhale, drop your hand on the floor. Drop the toes on the floor. Notice the toes on the floor. Push through both hands and the toes to lift the left knee up. As you inhale, maybe extend the left leg, you don't have to. And on your exhale, gently drop the left knee on the floor. Good. So keep elevating the head, the heart. Next inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, bend the knee to take a step forward. Feel what you're doing. Taking the step forward, pressing hand and right foot to the floor. Take your right hand to your heart. Find the space around the heart and the way you twist as you exhale. Keep pushing through the left hand as you reach the right hand up. Okay, exhale through the legs to lift up into your twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Alright, drop the right hand to the back leg and inhale into the left side. Take a moment here, one more breath or two more breaths. Notice right side contracts, left side opens. Holding opposite. And exhale, come back to the twist. Inhale, let go, face the front of your mat. Pushing down to lift the arms up. Inhale. And exhale, drop the hands behind your back, interlace your finger. Root into your back body, into the floor to elevate the front body. Open it as you inhale. Pushing the hands down and exhale, sending the hips forward. Staying where you're comfortable, relax your hands. By pushing into the floor, lift the arms one more time as you inhale. And exhale, drop the hands down. And find your way to a place to open your awareness. Could be sitting, could be child pose. Just noticing what your body is holding. Noticing where your mind goes directly. And then expand your awareness to more parts of your body, to realizing how big the land of your body is. Noticing the contrast. Maybe there's one side that feels more open than the other side. Whatever you feel, does it feel safe enough to feel? And how much can you feel? You can stay there for 3 more breaths, or going one more time through our basic flow of inhale into plank on the knees, taking the toes, Exhale, going back up into downward facing dog. And then one more time, inhaling, dropping the knees on the floor. Being super mindful of how you move, what you feel. And exhale back. And then we meet again on all fours, hands and knees. So locating your shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees. And this time, let's root the right knee down. And as you inhale, send the left foot back. Elevate your head. Exhale, push through the left hand. And when you're ready, inhale, find the length from your navel, from your toes to your right hand. Exhale to kill the mosquito, to drop the right hand on the floor, and to bend to drop the toes on the floor as well. Pushing on the toes, so hand on the floor, toes on the floor, lifting to a three-legged downward facing dog. If you wish, push by reaching down, we lift the right leg up, inhale. And exhale, drop the right knee on the floor. Look forward. Exhale, bend the left knee to the chest. Feel that contraction. And then push the left heel forward to root the left foot down. Good. Root the foot down, the right hand down, taking the left hand to your heart. Connecting to the space of your heart. Push the right hand down to twist toward the left and elevate the left hand. And so we move from the roots even to lift. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, push down to lift up. Left hand back. Continue to send the left hand to the back leg. And inhale into your right side to expand the right hand back. Notice the contrast in both sides of the body. Taking a breath in here. And exhale, back to the twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Notice the change. And let go of the arm. Face the front of your mat. Pushing down to lift the arms up. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Interlace the fingers in your back. Reach the tailbone down, elevate the heart, the throat, inhale. And exhale forward with your hips. Let go of the arm. And notice what roots in your body in order for the front body to elevate and elevate the arms. As you exhale, let go. Find the floor with your hands. And you can go back to a child pose, sitting pose, downward facing dog, or any kind of movement you want. It's just a little playtime here, or relaxed time here, listening time. Just noticing in the body where we want to go, what we want to do. What wants to move us and how we will move. Wherever you go, notice the differences in your body, right? It's always opposite. So we are orienting the mind towards the opposite. We're training ourselves to notice the difference, the contrast. As you keep breathing consciously, I will invite you, your own way, your own time, to come to a standing position. But take your time to get there. You just have a few exploration standing. When you're up, you can look at your feet or just take your mind there and sending your hips from side to side, exploring the whole surface of your foot, of both feet actually. So you can notice how to root the toes, the heels, but also the inside of the foot, the outside of the foot. Pressing one hip down and then the other maybe. Good. Lots of release. It was a long day. Very long, okay. So how comfortable can be your feet to receive the long day we've had, right? How much can you abide in your feet and rest in your feet? And you sense that your hips are really connected to the feet. Rest the hips in your feet. Okay. Alright, and I can't resist to have a little Qigong movement here. Actually, just two. We'll have turning the moon and the sun one more time, but we'll take it a little bit freestyle. Okay, so hands in front of the chest, one hand in front of each other. They are separated just a little bit, a few centimeters. Root your hip down, root your hips, your feet. Notice which part of the feet root you the most. And from here, from the freedom creating in the chest, because we root our body weight, we're just going to turn the sun and the moon, circle the sun and the moon. Some rotation, not big circle to start with. Mosquito biting me. And feel that movement from your shoulders. So we're rotating from the shoulders to move the elbows and move the sun and the moon around. So your one hand is the moon, one hand is the sun. As you exhale, you root. As you inhale, you expand. I will invite you to expand the movement itself, to draw bigger and bigger circle. 3 more times. Notice what happens in both shoulders. You do that. Biggest circle you can. Inhale, exhale. Take the hands back to the chest, and we'll rotate the other way around from big circle, so from the inside out, up, and then to smaller and smaller circles. So whatever feels comfortable for your shoulder, removing the weight. Maybe 3 more circles, 3 more breaths. As you inhale, the hands goes up. As you exhale, down to root yourself. Finishing with smaller circles. And coming back to the sun and the moon in front of each other. Next time you inhale, open the arms forward. And exhale, coming back in. So it's like a movement of opening the heart, kind of vulnerable. Chest forward, arms expanded, and exhale like, no. Come back to myself. I'm protecting myself. So let's try to find also how those two postures make ourselves feel different. One posture when we exhale, coming back to us, protection, and inhale, expansion, kind of vulnerability, your strength. Now Magish is very comfortable being very vulnerable. She's like, take me. It's good, it's great. Great. And exhale, how do you protect your heart? And how do you trust to open it? And let your arm move your own way. One more time, you can also protect in giving yourself a hug. And inhale, open. And exhale. And then just take 3 breaths where it feels the most comfortable. So noticing if you're in need of a hug right now, if you feel super open right now, or if you feel kind of in the middle and your arms could be just like holding the space. Notice where you want to have your arms. Yeah. Holding yourself. Let's take 3 breaths here. Just to to nourish yourself with that sensation. Protection or expansion. You can vibrate your exhale, hum, sound. Keep feeling your feet on the floor. One more breath. Alright, you can slowly release the hands and shift the hips from side to side. So the next Qigong movement will be the crane pose again. Crane pose, taking, like flying up. We're going to take the body weight to the left foot. I will mirror you. Body weight to the left foot and turn the right toes out a little bit. Bend into the knees and come on your right foot. Yeah. From here, feel the hip rooting down, maybe tailbone coming in a little bit, and front of the body lifting up. Get a posture that feels comfortable because it will be a little bit of balance, right? We take the right foot forward, pointing the right foot in front of us. And we'll first do a movement of the arm. I'm mirroring you. So left foot in front of you.
Okay.
Sorry, I got it wrong. Yeah, left foot in front of you. You're in the right foot opening to the side, so there's also a small rotation in your hip, right hip. Okay. The movement of the arm would be keeping the bend into your knees to be stable. As we inhale, we take the arms to the side, and as we exhale, relax down. And you can imagine every time you inhale, you pull up a string that is tied to your feet, pushing the left foot down. That's the position of the arms for the crane. We touch the thumb to the fingers and exhale, we relax. So inhale, it's like flying up, rooting your heart through your hips, through your feet, and exhale, landing. With the feet, we will first just lift the left heel as we inhale. So your body weight is on your back foot. Exhale, drop the heel down. Next time, maybe lift the toes a little bit as we inhale. Exhale down. One more time, maybe lift a little bit more up the toes. Inhale, pushing the right foot down. Exhale. And just one more time, maybe see how you feel taking the right hip a little bit more to the side. And exhale, drop the left hip to the side, left foot on the floor, opening the left toes to the side, rooting the body weight through the left foot, right foot forward. Okay. So you have your hips a little bit turned out here. It's like a ballet class, a little bit turning out, turn out. All right. Did you do ballet?
No.
Okay. So bending a little bit into the knees just to be comfortable, and then finding your left hip pushing down to stabilize here the rest of the body, giving a sense of rootedness. And we do the same, right? So as we inhale, just take the right heel up, pushing the left foot down, exhale, relax. And then fly up again by rooting through the left foot, maybe taking the right toes a little bit more up, and then relax. One more time, inhale, maybe a little bit more up, relax. Last time, maybe rotating the right hip to the side, inhale. And exhale, drop the right foot on the floor. We'll go 3 times again on each side. So changing your body weight. Mosquitoes. Serves nothing. And 3 times. So lifting just the heel as we inhale. And go with your inner flow. Exhale. Lifting a little bit more up. Inhale. Rest on the right foot. Exhale. Just find within you the continuous flow, being carried by your sensation inside. And exhale. I think that was 3 times now. Just one more. Inhale. Rotate the hip outside, drop the foot, exhale. And continue. Find the movement. Your flow. 3 times. Inhale. Reach the head up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale. Lifting up by rooting down. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Drop down. Lift the heels and point the heels back. Toes forward. Okay. Let's take the feet together. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And here let your pelvis going in any kind of direction. Right? It's like a bamboo going with the wind. And let's just imagine it's our energy moving through the body. We root down through the feet, and the rest of the body just move from the energy within. Alright. Slowly relax. Keep the toes together. We're going to root the body weight through the toes. Inhale, send the hands up, the heels up. Exhale down, gently. Bending to the knee a little bit. Oh, crack. Inhale one more time, lifting the heels, pushing the toes down, rooting the heart down. Exhale, drop, bending to the knees. Last time, finding the roots to lift up from the pelvis. Heart supported by the hips. And exhale, bend into the knee, hands to your knees, fall forward, exhale. You can separate the feet a little bit more, that feels good. And gently, if you wish, reach for your toes, for the floor. Keep the knees bent as much as you like. You can grab also opposite elbows or the back of your head and let yourself stretch forward and down. Swinging from side to side, just breathe in here into your back. Invitation, if you want to, will be to lift the chest halfway up as you inhale, maybe hands to your knees or to your legs. And exhale, bend into the knees, drop the belly toward your legs and through the mouth. Yes, 2 more times. Inhale. Lifting the heart on the horizon. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Nice. You can drop your hands on the floor as you bend the knees. Lift the heels and take the hips closer to each other. And let's just see, can you squat down? If you can't squat down, you can just sit down. Alright. More or less?
More or less. Walk and squat.
We'll stay the heels elevated, but if you can drop the heels on the floor, that's better. We'll just be here with compassion with you. Let's keep the right hand to the right side on the floor. Feel your feet, your pelvis going through the feet to root yourself, and the right hand to support you. As we inhale, lift the left hand to the sky. And exhale, take the left hand toward the right hand. So we could do that seated also if that's not comfortable, right? So sit if you feel like it. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. And imagine you have 2 wings and your wings move from your heart. So there's an energy that comes from the right hand into the heart, into the left hand toward the sky. Right, and exhale. So we're trying to keep connection between opposites. They're not just opposite, they're connected, they're linked. So can you feel your left hand pointing up and the right hand pointing down. Connect it through your heart. And one more time at your own pace. Exhale down. Inhale the support from the floor to reach up. And exhale, relax. You can drop the left hand down. Notice how you feel. Alright, keep the right hand to the right side. Left hand to the left side. Sorry, I'm mirroring you, but I got it wrong. And once again on the other side, lifting the right hand toward the sky. So inhale and exhale. So here we have the opposite, reaching down with the right hand, with the left hand, lifting up with the right hand. But you can include another opposite, which is the front body and the back body. So when you bring the right hand to the left hand, the back body expands, the front body shortens. And as you inhale, that's the contrary, it's the opposite. Front body opens and back body shortens a little bit. Right, so explore here what's your connection, your awareness of the opposite and how both play together. They're not disconnected, they're playing together, supporting each other. Right? 2 more times. And last time. Inhale. Notice if you can enjoy also those motions. Coming to a seat your own way. Maybe from here you can reach out. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Back to cross-legged position. And we take the left leg to the side. Alright. Okay. Toes toward the sky, pushing down through the heel. Let's take one hand behind the head and one hand behind the low back. Inhaling between both hands to lift the chest up but root down through the hips. So maybe you find a rotation more accessible in the left hip. And we're going to face toward the right knee as we inhale, expand here. Alright, let's take the right hand behind the head, left hand towards left leg somewhere. And imagine here you want to push away left hand and right elbow. Right, so find that length through both as you inhale. And as you exhale, stay kind of straight, not rigid but elevated, but bring the left side of the chest toward the left leg. Exhale here. You can push down to inhale, lift back up. And just a few times like that. Exhale. Keeping the length, but side bending. Inhale and exhale. And maybe you adjust your leg, maybe you straighten it a little bit more, maybe bend it a little bit more. And here, find your fluid body inside, moving you, not rigid movement. Right. Okay, one more time as we inhale, lift up. And exhale, slide toward the left side. You can stay there, or drop your hand on the floor, or on the knee, or somewhere. But breathe from your hips to keep elevating your neck. Let's not collapse on the neck. Shut down the circulation. You could take your right hand to your leg, right leg, maybe that feels more comfortable, or to the back, anywhere. And again, you can send your gaze around, looking at the space, staying connected to the space, and staying for 3 more breaths where your neck is the most comfortable. Breathing to both sides of the body, and maybe you notice that the right side is more stretched. How do you feel in the right side of your body? How do you feel in the left side of your body? How can both make you feel more comfortable when you join them, join the sensation together. Alright. On the next exhale, you can drop the right hand in front of you and take both hands in front of you as you explore the floor, different places, and let the spine move from side to side. And find more stretches your own way. Whatever feels good. Exploring the floor, forward and back, left and right. Keep the breath into your experience as well. Keep feeling the floor. And gently we'll change the legs to move on to the other side. Taking the left foot forward, right foot to the side, rooting the heel first, lifting the toes. Notice by pushing the heel down, can you access your seat bones a little bit? Find more rootedness through your seat bones, and so elevate a bit better on the spine. We'll take the left hand to the back of the head, right hand to the low back. Okay, as a way to feel yourself in the space, to elevate more from the inside. And then exhale, turn towards the left knee. It's okay, I will say after. It's the opposite for your hands, good Maggie. Yeah, that one. Left hand to the back of the leg. Inhale here, and then reach for the right foot with the right hand, or the right leg, somewhere in the leg. Inhale to the left side. Start shortening a little bit the right side as you slide toward the right side as you exhale. Push away from the foot and inhale, come back. And just a few times, fluidly. Inhale, coming back, pushing down. And adjusting yourself. Maybe you stand the leg a little bit more, maybe you reach with your hands somewhere else where it feels comfortable. How much can you include your whole body in this movement? Down, using the floor to come back up, using the sky to direct the head toward the sky to come back up. Right. One more time to inhale, elevate, and exhale, reach toward the right side and stay where you feel the most comfortable, opening the arms or dropping the arms down. Exploring with your neck. Where is it the most comfortable for you in the neck? Where will it feel the most connected? The body as a whole. Feeling the body as a whole. Two more breaths. Last one. Breathing in and out. As you exhale, you can let go of this posture and explore. Explore from here. Explore maybe lengthening what was contracted, shortening what was expanded. And you can completely go out of this posture. And find another posture. And another one, just letting your sensation keep moving you. slowly guide you toward a resting posture to bring the practice slowly to the relaxation part. But take your time. Yeah. Take your time to get there, to let yourself move in different ways. To let your body guide you toward those postures that it craves. Maybe some sensation somewhere that wants to move you somewhere, and draw some movement. Noticing all the nuances of that movement, of that posture. Where are your roots? Where is the space in the body? Where is the support in the body? When you slow down for relaxation, you can again, one more time, use humming. Just send that vibration to any place of the body where you feel it could use some kind of vibration, some kind of space. So vibration improves the range of motion. So it does create some kind of space, relaxes kind of. So it's just like putting some oil in some parts of the body to have more softening. When you feel like you can really settle into your relaxation, feel free to drop your hands maybe on the body, or just let yourself hug you. Come back to the idea of the body as a container, as a safe place to feel. And within that safety, that inner knowledge of the body being a safe place to be, to feel, exhaling fully to release the weight a little bit more into the floor and sink it a little more into our experience. You can keep the hug, you can release it whatever you feel. Whatever you feel. And sinking into your mat, into the safety of your body, into the land of your body. Like lying down on the grass of your body and then zooming out, just like on Google Maps. We zoom out to see more of the land. It's kind of the same. Staying rooted and zooming out. Out to let the breath nourish every part of the body. Letting the breath travel through the length of the body. water, creating rivers into the length of your body. Hydrating every part of yourself, nourishing every part of yourself. Floating in your body, in the rivers of your body, rooting in the grass of your body. If you feel like letting the inner flow of your body bring back some movement, you can let yourself move a little bit, maybe some rocking movement or some movement through the fingers, or just the neck, just the feet. Finding your seat when you're ready. You can let yourself stretch, extend the hands, the arms above your head. Inhale and exhale, let go. Hands together at your heart. Let's take a few breaths into the heart space. Feel the space there. And once we feel the space, just to decide which intention we want to put there. How do we want to feel that space? So you can finish by saying something nice to yourself or just setting a kind of intention. Inhaling into the space, the intention, and exhale through your mouth. Thank you for joining today. Thank you. Hope you had a good time. Glasses back on.
And the contractions. And because last Tuesday I can feel the right side and the left side, and now I think I can feel that a bit more. You mean
Nice.
here,
Yeah. Right.
this way and that way, so I can feel more about opposite.
You can feel more great. Yeah.
You say, feel your right lung.
Yeah.
I just feel, where is it? How many lungs I have?
Is there actually a lung?
Feel your heart. I mean, this way. The heart is here, but
Your heart
space means
Kind of in the
here.
center actually.
Yeah, but it's a little more
Slightly
left.
more on the left, yeah.
Uh,
Some people it's the opposite, but not many people have that the opposite way, but it should be right, center to the left, kind of. Center to left, yeah. Yeah.
So feel your heart space means I need to feel the heartbeat or
The heart space is more like location. It's like where the heart would be located, but the space around also. Yeah, the space around, which are the lungs actually also. Because, so I say that about the heart, especially when we are in twisting, because the tendency in yoga is to have the chest pushing forward, if I'm here. The chest will push forward, and in the back everything's contracted, and it's not healthy, because in your back you have a lot of blood vessel. The blood goes a lot through the back, and the back of the heart also, big branches for the blood, arteries. And if you contract that, you stop the blood flow, which is never good. We don't want to squeeze so much. When you condense, shorten, it's fine. It's not actively squeezing, it's just a place that shortens and another place that contracts. That's good actually for the organs. But to compress is not the ideal thing, because you squeeze out the juice, which is nourishing for your body. It's not. It's good to let the blood flow, because it is what brings oxygen also. So it makes sense, I think. I don't need to explain that, right? So by feeling the heart, by feeling the heart space, you remind yourself you have space on the back of the heart. And so there won't be that tendency to bring the shoulder blades together, squeezes, and then twist. It feels awful, honestly. I will show you from the back actually here. So if I just drop my heart, don't feel the back of the heart and open, I'm here. Just look how it looks like. I don't know how it looks like, but it feels very uncomfortable in my neck, in my back. I feel very disconnected, right? If I take time by taking my hands, I feel to the heart, it helps. Find more space in the back, to let my heart be like sucked to the back, and then from here, elevate. I don't know if you see a difference. I do feel it.
yeah.
It's completely different. Yeah. So there's space, and then there's space to move, right? Without disconnecting from here, from the heart, actually. So it's being very, yeah. And coming back. And the neck then is free too. And since we have blood flow also here, of course, but we have the nerve also, and the vagus nerve, and so if you actually, that's how blood and nerves are very connected. If you shut the blood flow, for sure the nerves are impacted also. So it's that capacity for regulation into the neck, for the vagus nerve, that is very important for the nervous system, because it touches so many places in your body. It's that capacity to always bring yourself to a place of connection, balance, safety. When I'm here and contracting myself, I don't feel safe. No. If I'm here, finding more space, and I have access to my legs, I have access to the floor, to the that's really it actually. That's the practice. Feeling. When you work with the nerves, I feel it's important to bring that idea of flow, because that's the blood also. To let yourself flow, right? Don't contract. You can notice, like it's not so much that contraction is not good. When you do that, it's fine. This is not really contracting, like anxiety contracting, right? This is just allowing. My teacher used the word condensation, like condensed milk. You reduce the milk, like you reduce it, but it's not like you reduce it, right? You don't really disconnect. It's just coming back together from.
You're not like juicing it. You're
exactly.
just
You don't squeeze
smaller,
it out. It's just making smaller, and the back gets bigger, and you can play with it fluidly. It's not like and do crunches, you know. It's much more like do it fluidly, and this is how you find your flow in your body and and then this is how the nervous system starts to have food to regulate itself, because we feed the nervous system with sensation, conscious sensation. And so the more you practice like that, the more in your daily life you will see a shift, because you feed yourself differently. That makes
Cool.
It is cool.
It
It is really cool. Yeah. In any situation where you feel some kind of anxiety or somewhere.
The pressure I feel here
Yeah.
is very tight.
Right.
That's why it's
Yeah.
very hard for me to breathe. And then I need to force me to, okay, now I need to calm down, I need to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And I think it's better.
Good.
It's good practice.
Yeah, it's good
Thank you.
practice, and then just maybe
More flexible.
moving from the shoulders a little bit, or the more you will feel your heart. I feel that's really helpful for me. Finding my heart was really helpful. Then seriously, wow, that sounded very spiritual, but it's just anatomical. Just finding the heart here and the connection to feeling supported in my body, through my hips, through my feet, and then the heart is like the desire, right? It's where you want to go, how you enjoy yourself, right? So when you can feel it anatomically and feel the rest of yourself supported, rooted, you have a movement that feels so confident. Like, it's kind of amazing. Finding my heart gives me a lot of confidence in what I do. Yeah. It's funny how it affects each other. Like, just feeling your body physically affects how you feel yourself in your life in general. Everything is connected. Body, emotions, everything's connected. Yeah. So yeah, find your flow. It's fun. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
We stay on the same theme for the next classes also, so I have time to develop that. Bye bye.